I'm doing this sort of up close because I am wearing makeup, and that is what this video is all about. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea Patrick, the BU Boss. Please go ahead, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell if you love personal branding, beauty, and business tip type videos, because that's what I'm serving up here on this channel. I have sort of a controversial video for you today, but I want you to hear me out. First of all, I want to just give this disclaimer. These are some of my opinions, but then some of them you can actually look up for facts. But it's basically I'm gonna share my opinion on this subject, but also ask you to share yours in the comments below. So definitely keep listening to the end, because I want you to share with me what you think about what I have to say, and you gotta hear the whole thing. So stick around to the end. If you are not new here and this is not your first time, welcome back, sis. I'm so excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining me again. Thank you for being a contributor to my quest to getting to 1,000 subscribers, at least this year. Like in the first quarter would be great, but I'll settle for June. But anyway, guys, if you love this content, make sure you share it with your friends and that they subscribe and that they are commenting as well. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's the deal. So the title of the video is to make up or not to make up. And before I did this video, I actually sent out a poll inside my Facebook group asking the ladies what their thoughts were on wearing makeup. If they liked it, if they didn't like it, you know, what their reasons were, all of the things. And so I did get a ton of comments. I really just wanted to share with you my thoughts on this subject. As someone who works with customers and clients to develop a personal brand, this subject matter is one that I find quite common when I'm working with my female clients, because some of them just don't wear makeup. From all the research that I've done, the climate of entrepreneurship and the professional world, it kind of is something that does make a difference. And I want to talk about that today. But before I get started with that, I want to share a little bit about my journey and how I came to my decision. So the first thing is, when I was a little girl, I loved watching soap operas with my grandmother, with my aunt, with any of my babysitters. The Young and the Restless was just always on. The thing that really struck me about the soap operas and like Knots Landing, even in the evening, and things my mom used to watch, Dynasty, Dallas, all the shows, was not necessarily the fact that women were wearing makeup, but it was the lifestyle that I saw those women have. In that lifestyle, they were presidents of companies, owners of cosmetics companies, heirs to estates, and things like that. And so they sort of presented themselves in a way that exuded that sort of persona. And I knew early on that was something that I wanted. So I can't say that makeup was necessarily the overall influence that I had. It was the lifestyle as a whole. But I just know in those environments, professional environments, entrepreneurial environments, and in the more affluent areas, makeup is definitely something that women use as a way to tell their story, exude their excellence, showcase their credibility, build relationships, and things of that nature. And so I grew up feeling like wearing makeup was something that helped me to further communicate what it was I had to offer to the world. It's not a thing where I think I look better or it makes me feel better about myself, although it does in a way, but not in the sense that I don't feel good about myself when I don't have makeup on. It just adds that cherry on top to me that really helps me pull things together. And so I loved that about those shows and the influence that they had on me. The other thing I did, my grandmother was a makeup wearer, and I know all the ladies out there who are my age or older know all about Fashion Fair. Fashion Fair was Black-owned brand, and it had all the shades. And I just remember watching my grandmother get ready for church on Sunday mornings. She was a first lady of a church, and she put herself together. She also was manager of a credit union. So she just looked nice. She always felt put together. She commanded the presence. She commanded the room when she walked in it. And I just love that. And I love how people seem to respect her, value her when she was around. And I wanted that for myself. The other thing too, in the same relation with makeup situation, is fragrances. I just recently did sort of a fragrance sniffing tour with my husband over Valentine's Day, and it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. Picked up a few fun ideas for fragrances as well. But I also have that same sort of nostalgia around fragrances. My mom used to wear a scent, and every time I smell it, it just kind of gives me flashbacks and reminds me of that time. And it's just a really good positive reminder, you know, refresher. And so makeup, so that's sort sort of where my influence into makeup came from. So I kind of wanted to give you that background before I got into what I'm about to say, because I do recognize that influence really does play a huge role into sort of the reasons behind why you would or you wouldn't wear makeup. So I want you to think about that as I'm sharing the rest of this video with you. I want to kind of walk you through this because I talk a lot about personal branding, developing a personal framework so that you can create a personal brand and then leverage it across platforms. And one of the things that I just talked about that I think is really important to really park on for a minute is the idea that we are influences. We are influenced. We are actually the sum product of our influences, our experiences, our passions, our perspective. And so all of those things go into play when we are deciding who it is we want to be, what message we want to convey to the world, and how we want to convey that message. And so I completely understand if based on your influence, experience, passion, and perspective, you just still feel like makeup isn't the thing for you. I understand that. You do you, sis. I'm gonna do me. But I want you to recognize something. I want you to think about whether or not the reason that you don't wear makeup, is it because you feel like you don't need it personally? Like you think your skin is beautiful, you don't need makeup, it's not gonna do anything for you? Or do you think that, do you have a negative idea about what makeup is for? And do you think that maybe people wear makeup because they're trying to hide something or they're trying to feel a certain way? Or do you think it's sort of a way to mask an emotional or a limiting belief you might have about yourself and you just don't need that? Is your opinion about makeup based on a narrative? Kind of what I'm getting to when we talk about perspective and all those things. Is your opinion about makeup, was it a narrative given to you by an influencer of your past, an experience you had in your past, a perspective you might share with someone else that you admire? Or is it a true feeling that you feel for yourself? And I ask this question because makeup is definitely one of those things, whether we like it or not, women. I mean, I don't feel like I have to put makeup on. I don't wear makeup every day. This is not my face every single day. I actually put makeup on to film this video. If I'm working on an admin day and I don't have to go out of the house, I do not put on makeup. Sometimes I will put on a little bit of mascara and a tinted lip if I'm going to the grocery store or if I'm leaving my house, but I don't always do a full face. I have recently started doing my brows more regularly, even if I'm not wearing makeup, which I just like that look. I didn't do it today, but I do like that look. But whether we like it or not, we are speaking out loud with the way we look and the way we show up. I know it sucks. I know it shouldn't be. I know some of you feel men don't have that issue, but that's not true. Just because they don't wear makeup, we all speak a message whether we have opened our mouth or not. And I want you to consider that when you're thinking about whether or not you want to be a makeup wearer or not. Because just because you don't believe you need makeup does not mean that you're not conveying a message to those you may be trying to reach because you're not wearing makeup, okay? So what it could potentially be preventing, or basically what could be happening or blocking, what you not wearing or putting a little color on your face could potentially be doing to you, is preventing you from building the reputation that you want to build, and then subsequently building relationships from those who enjoyed your reputation and contacted you because of it. And then subsequently from that, it could be preventing you from having that rapport that could ultimately get you the deal that is going to kind of take you over the top and where you want to be with your goals. And so it's not that I'm saying I want you to wear a full face of makeup or that I think that you should or you have to. Well, that's not true. I'm not saying you have to wear a full face. I'm not saying you have to wear this color lipstick. What I want you to recognize is that we are speaking a message about our abilities, our credibility, our value. We are speaking a message before we ever open our mouth. So if you've been posting on social media, and let's say you're doing those posts, you're not wearing makeup, but the one day you do a photo shoot and you do this photo shoot and you get tons and tons, you post the pictures and you get tons and tons of likes and people are commenting and you're getting so much engagement and you see that your website gets so much more traffic. That is saying something, sis. That is saying someone has taken you more seriously. And the difference could be the fact that you just got dressed up, or the difference could be that you put a little bit of color on your face and they now see you as the professional, as the credible entrepreneur that you are. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's true. I can attest to this. Looking at my Instagram, I can tell on the days when I just sort of, I want to post this real quick and I wasn't wearing makeup and I just wanted to pop on real quick versus the days that I post images from an actual content shoot where I pull myself together, I had on makeup, or even if I just do an impromptu post, but it's on a day where I was filming or I had makeup on or I had just gone to church. I can definitely see a difference in the amount of likes and engagement if it's something like if a situation where I just had on makeup and I just got back from church. So whether we like it or not, sis, it's just true. We do have the verbal and nonverbal messages that people are paying attention to, and we really have to operate accordingly, whether we like it or not. If you've ever run into that where you've taken a picture just on the cuff, you didn't have on makeup, or you know, if you're not a regular makeup wearer, all of a sudden you do a photo shoot and you realize, oh wow, look at my engagement, it went up, that's crazy. It's because people find you more credible. You exude more professionalism when you have on makeup. It is something, it is just part of our culture, whether we like it or not. So when I get on and I say to you that I think you should have some color on your face, I'm definitely not saying that I feel like you need to have, everybody should walk around with the full face of makeup. I'm merely just saying I don't think that it's a good idea for you to just have nothing on your face. A good tinted moisturizer will work with a mascara and a tinted lip gloss. Simple and easy. It just adds a little bit of color to your face and it doesn't make you don't look washed out. You don't look like you just woke up. So here's what it does for you. And I think that this is sort of where we miss the boat. For those of my girlfriends, my sis, my girls, don't come for me, but those of you who say that you don't wear makeup because you don't feel you need it, you don't think it, you know, it's not something that you want to wear, you feel you're great without it, you are. I'm not saying you're not, you are, but it's not just about how you feel about yourself. Confidence in the case of makeup, that's not why I'm telling you you should wear makeup, because if you're confident without it, that is fantastic. There are those who will pick up on that. Those who know you will love it. Those who don't know you will respect it. However, if you're going up against someone else who pulls himself together, puts a little color on their face, there are those opinions that say the person that has put a little bit more effort into putting a little color on their face is actually more credible or more qualified. Not saying it's true, not saying I believe it. What I'm saying is perception, what people are saying, what you can expect from people who own businesses and want to collaborate with you. They might think that your content is fantastic, but if you're not putting yourself together and putting some effort into your look, they may pass you by for collaborations because you're not matching the aesthetic of their brand. So it's not always about whether or not makeup makes you feel better about yourself or you think it makes you look better. No, and I'm not saying you need to put on a full face just because I do. What I'm saying is there are certain aspects of being an entrepreneur, being a professional, where putting a little color on your face could be helpful and beneficial to you. Let's just look at it. And you can look these things up. I will actually look for a few more references and I will link them in the description box just so you can read it for yourself and know that it's just not me saying it. But for one thing, when you put a little color on your face, let's say it's just you put a little mascara or maybe you do a brow, something on your eye. I'm not saying you have to do shadows and have 3 and 4 different colors, but the simple act of putting a mascara on your eye opens your eye, it brightens your eye, it draws people's attention to your eye, where the expression is in your face, where they can see the passion for what it is you're doing, and it gives them a focal point when you are speaking. That can be very important depending on what you're saying. You know, you want people focused on you, looking at you. Just having the slightest little bit of mascara on can draw the eye and draw attention to the eye, where you can have all of the expressions and show how passionate you are. The other thing it does is it highlights your attention to detail. Like I said earlier, for me, putting makeup on is like the cherry on top of a nicely scooped sundae. When I pull myself together, I'm going to speak at an event, if I'm having lunch with a friend, if I'm going to brunch with someone, I can just put my hair down, put on a nice little outfit. But for me, my makeup, my earrings, and a scent are all the cherry on top that puts the period in my conversation. So whatever message it is I am trying to convey, my makeup, my scent, and my jewelry, those are the punctuation marks of that message. So if I am going out for a night with my husband, I might have a more sultry makeup look with more dramatic more dramatic jewelry, and that is putting an exclamation point on my look. If I am going to do a speaking engagement, I might do a daytime face and have on a nice, simple, delicate necklace and a nice heel, and that puts a period at the end of the message that I am trying to convey. Again, I'm not saying you have to wear makeup, you don't have to do a full face. What I'm saying is the message you're trying to convey needs a punctuation mark. And that punctuation mark, in my opinion, can be just a little bit of color on your face. And then lastly, popping a little bit of makeup on also shows your ability to command a room and to command attention. It could be conveyed that you do not like attention, that you do not want to be the leader if you don't have like that punctuation at the end of your nonverbal message. It could be, I'm not saying it is, don't leave comments saying this is stupid, you don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to listen to a thing I'm saying. But I am telling you, from someone who does personal branding for a living and who works with major corporations and have trained on this for companies like AT&T, I can tell you that in a professional environment, there is a professional aesthetic that is expected. And though everyone doesn't wear makeup in that environment, there may be other factors that are in play, i.e. they have a banging wardrobe and they, pull themselves together well. They always look very professional and stylish, and so they don't wear makeup. But I can promise you that if you just put a little mascara on and a tinted chapstick, a tinted lip gloss, it will take that fly outfit to an entirely different level. I'm gonna show you some pictures of me with makeup, without makeup, with me wearing just a mascara and a lip, and then with me wearing a full face. The dramatic difference from no makeup to just a little color on your face. So it does not take much. So I guess I'm saying all of this to say, I hope this didn't feel like a ramble, but I'm just saying, if we're asking the question to make up or not to make up, my answer is always going to be to make up, even if it is just a little mascara and a tinted lip. Ladies, it's as simple as it has to be. If you don't like mascara, maybe try a nice eyeliner on your top lid with just a tinted lip gloss. If you don't know what those lip glosses can look like, I will link some below because they're very simple, and a lot of them have like sort of tingly, minty, sort of plumping ingredients in it that are even beneficial to the lips. So you're actually being therapeutic and treating your lips at the same time as putting on a little bit of color. So listen, I really do want to hear your opinions on this. I want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think, to make up or not to make up. And I would love to hear from you and just chat with you in the comment section. Listen, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked this type of content, if you want to continue to have these types of discussions, because I have a ton of them. And then definitely, if you are not already, subscribe and click the notification bell. Give this video a big thumbs up. Join me again next week as we talk about something else. I don't even know what it'll be at this point, but come back and join me if you love personal branding, beauty, and personal style and business tip videos, because that's what we're doing over here on this channel. By the way, head over to my Instagram, AFPatrick. Make sure you're liking me over there and following me over there as well. I make announcements over there that don't hit this platform until a little bit later. So, and I have a huge one coming up that I'm extremely excited about. You're definitely going to want to know about it. And if you want to know about it even before Instagram, definitely click on the link below that says BU Boss Squad. That is my email community, and I share a ton of stuff there that I do not share on Instagram or here on the YouTube channel until it's kind of all said and done and people over here, they're getting the crumbs. So again, thanks for watching, guys. I could ramble all day, but the question that I want you to answer down below is to make up or not to make up. All right, guys, I will see you next time.